We have a shipping tab. The shipping tab tells us where the goods are going to be shipped to. And then it tells us, based on the ship to information, the tax type, the tax code, and the ship note. And then down here are special shipping instructions. These were the ones that came up during when we found the customer. And this one just says test in order to show us that it exists. We can pick or add ship tos. This gives us the list of ship to addresses from the customer. And then we have an option here to show addresses that came in from EDI. If you have, let's say you're drop shipping for Amazon, you're going to be creating hundreds, if not thousands, of ship to addresses. And this allows you to filter them, that when you pick a ship to address for a manually entered order, you only see the addresses that would be their warehouses, not all the drop ship addresses that you have shipped to. Also in here, you can add a new ship to by hitting the plus key. And we went over this screen before. You can click default. That brings the customer's address in, and you can edit it if you need to. You can pick a will call address, and these are basically your warehouses. Will call means that your customer is going to go to your warehouse and pick it up, and therefore the ship to address would be one of your warehouses. You can edit the current ship to record. This way you don't have to find it off the list. And then you have the ship to note. You can hit F3 to select a generic comment if you have certain ship to notes that you always want to use. You can store them, and then you can retrieve them instead of typing them. Our weather area, and then moving down to shipment detail. This is the ship via. This defaults off either the customer or the ship to address. If we pick a different ship to address, we may get a different ship via. We don't. That means there are none in the customer ship to addresses, so it defaults from the customer. We can change the ship via here to UPS ground. Now, one of the things that we do with the ship vias is we allow you to identify disallowed ship vias by item. And that you can do off of the catalog manager by setting up a text data record that says this item cannot be shipped using these shipping methods. For example, lithium batteries can't be shipped by any air methods. Then your via terms, and this indicates whether these via terms are whether or not to charge shipping. You can then identify if this is going to be a third-party billing. Third-party billing can either be collect, which means the UPS driver gets the shipping charges from the consumer. You can say third-party, which means you are billing a third party that is not the shipper or the receiver or the recipient, which means it gets charged to the recipient's UPS code. If you have third party, then you need to fill in the bill to account, and we allow you to go over to the stored bill to accounts or third party billing accounts from the customer record. Now, if you have them set up like this, you'll see this one is set up for UPS all, which means if it's a third-party UPS shipment, use this third-party billing account for all different services. If it's not set up that way, then you can have one for UPS red, UPS ground, because some of your customers will say, use this account. If it's red, use this account if it's ground. Then you have a hard shipping charge, And this is based upon how do we charge shipping for each order. We saw in the customer what the default is, actual each time, fixed actual, fixed on each shipment. We can tell the system to calculate shipping or automatically calculate it, or we can rate shop. When we rate shop, we can pick whether we want to rate shop UPS or FedEx or both. And it tells us we can't have a box count of 0, so we can just put 10 and boxes 1. So now we've just gone out to the UPS rate service and done our rate shopping, where we can tell the customer, okay, if it's ground, it's 27. If it's next day, it's 140. We can identify which types of carriers we want. If you have LTL rates, you can have that in there. I think I have FedEx hooked up, so we can do this. Okay, nope, I don't have FedEx configured on my system. So, and these are the published rates. Your actual UP invoice may vary from those because you might get a discount. Then we have shipment attributes. Shipment attributes, we can hit the insert key and we can add them to say we want adult signature required. So this will add that to the UPS shipment so that when the goods get delivered, it's going to require an adult signature. Tells us the weight and the cubic volume of the shipment. And this field tells us shipping charges to date, how much we've charged in shipping on this order so far.